Pick up your baby right now. Look into their eyes. They can't speak, they can't walk, but behind those eyes is a mind running experiments more sophisticated than most adults can handle. Scientists are discovering that babies, before they speak, are terrifyingly intelligent, running complex statistical analysis, understanding physics, and predicting the world in ways that should blow your mind. What if the cutest thing in your house is actually a genius scientist? Your baby isn't just cute. They're a brilliant researcher operating at a level we barely understand. For decades, people assumed babies were blank slates, empty minds waiting to be filled with knowledge. But recent studies have completely shattered that idea. Before they say their first word, babies are already doing something remarkable. Here's what's fascinating. In a famous experiment, researchers showed babies a simple pattern, a ball rolling behind a screen and then reappearing on the other side. Normal stuff. But then they changed it. Sometimes the ball would change color or shape when it came out. 3-month-old babies stared longer at the impossible version. They knew something was wrong. Your baby wasn't just looking. They were testing predictions about how the physical world works. Scientists call this statistical learning. Babies are constantly running probability calculations in their heads. They listen to the sounds around them and figure out the rules of language long before they can speak. By 6 months, they can distinguish between sounds in languages they've never heard before, and they lose that ability if they don't hear those sounds regularly. But here's what's even stranger. Babies understand cause and effect earlier than we ever imagined. In another study, researchers gave babies a special mitt that let them grab and pull a string to make a mobile spin. Very quickly, the babies learned exactly how their actions affected the world. They weren't just moving randomly, they were conducting experiments. Your baby is literally a tiny scientist, testing hypotheses every single day. And then there's social intelligence. Even newborns prefer to look at faces. By 3 months, they can tell when someone is acting strangely. They expect people to behave in certain ways. If an adult suddenly stops responding during play, babies get upset. They already understand social rules. This level of intelligence exists for a reason. For hundreds of thousands of years, human babies were born extremely helpless. They needed to learn incredibly fast in a dangerous and complex world. Evolution didn't give them strength or speed at birth. It gave them superpower brains that could absorb and analyze information at an astonishing rate. Your baby's mind is running on ancient software, optimized for rapid learning. That terrifying intelligence you see when they stare intently at something, that's survival programming in action. But modern life creates a strange disconnect. We often treat babies like passive objects who just eat, sleep, and cry. We underestimate them constantly. Yet every time your baby studies your face, tracks a moving toy, or reacts with surprise to something unexpected, they're doing advanced cognitive work. The same powerful learning systems that made your baby so intelligent are still inside you. That childlike wonder, that ability to notice patterns, that drive to understand how things work, these aren't things you lost. They're things you've forgotten how to access. So the next time your baby stares at you with those wide, curious eyes, remember this. You're not just looking at a helpless infant. You're looking at one of the most sophisticated learning machines evolution ever created. A mind that figured out the rules of reality before it could even say your name. We call them babies, but maybe we should call them what they really are, the most terrifyingly intelligent creatures on Earth. And your body still remembers exactly how brilliant you once were.